Tonight's the night for football, everybody. The bright lights are on, the stage is set, and the crowd is ready. It's Monday Night Primetime on EA Sports. As the work week kicks off tonight, another week of football comes to an end with a Monday Night Primetime contest between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Pittsburgh Steelers. On the Rams sideline, you get a look at their head coach. His side able to rattle off a pair of wins after dropping that season opener. On the Steelers sideline, that is head coach Mike Tomlin. His guys are ready as they always are to play in front of this home crowd, hoping the extra surge of momentum pays off in a win. Welcome, everybody. Thanks for being with us. I'm Kate Scott, along with Brock Heward. Kicker Cameron Dicker looks all set down there. And the NFL on EA Sports is underway once again. And he's brought down just inside the 25. So the Steeler offense getting out there for its opening drive of the game. And it'll be their second-year quarterback who's bringing them out.
Just an all-around great performance from him last week, Kate, in the win. Those 2 touchdowns he had played a big part in the victory, no question. But so did keeping it clean, not throwing a pick. You want to become friendly with your own defense? Make sure they don't have any extra possessions to defend. He did his job, and so did his teammates.
Pressure's there, and the Chargers got him. And the drive begins with a rough first step there. That's going to bring up second down.
That's the way. That's exactly the way you show a crowd you've got no issues playing on the road. One snap in, you're celebrating a sack while the tens of thousands in the building, well, they watch their guy pick himself up off the turf.
Defense coming out swinging as they try backing them up further here. It's second and long. Got him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And the offense is there to recover, but they're still stuck inside their own 10. Almost the impact play this defense was searching for, but they could only get half the job done, partner. Fumble forced, but they couldn't recover.
I'll tell you what else it forces, though. That coordinator, that play caller on the other side, now got a little bit of doubt about his ball handlers. Got to have better ball security than that.
Well, they got the football back, Brock, but things don't look much better. It's third and long.
Here we go, Scott.
Here he goes, third and long. In trouble now, and the ball is out. He just kept going the wrong way, and that's going to cost him. That is a safety. I thought we were coming here to call an NFL game today, partner, but this has me smelling peanuts and hot dogs. This is starting more like a baseball game. We got a 2-0 score here, still in the first.
Kind of like a little pitcher's duel, too, right? I mean, just one of these games, and if it starts this way, who knows where it goes from here, but I do know this. It's a confidence builder for a defense. When a defense can go out there, not just get a stop, but put points on the board, man, does that usually infuse them with energy to come.
So they'll accept the miscue and take the yards. From the 40-yard line now, this is first and 10.
Kappa.
They'll run here with Amari on Hampton. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards. We get a look at his rushing numbers from last week here, what he was able to do in support of that win. They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's second and 6. On the play fake, it's Herbert. Oh, he nearly starts the game off with a pick. Just couldn't hang on to it. Good defensive play, though, regardless. That's going to bring up third down.
Just about every play in an NFL game usually has a protagonist and antagonist, a good and a bad. The good there, the courage of that wide receiver. The bad, just could not haul it in.
On third down, Herbert. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Steelers will take over as he records his first interception of our season. Not the auspicious debut they'd certainly hoped for on that opening drive. The coverage, impressive, taking their first possession away with that interception.
Hey, it is tough to play a clean game in this league. Caliber defenders are awesome. You just hope that eventual missteps happen at a less meaningful moment than your opening series. You don't want to make it any harder to get your rhythm and get your passing game going.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 47. They run it. It's the rookie out of Michigan State. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL, but it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock him behind the sticks. Job well done there.
And he's taken out of bounds as he gets it down near the red zone. This one goes for an even 25 yards. Man, the Steelers have a 1st down. Blown back, it's the handoff. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Viking 18.
They'll run it for the first time with Jalen Warren. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
This offense will take that from their ground game every time. But I know, because I've been around this league a long time, runs like that, they're really hard to come by. It takes everybody, and maybe a little breakdown there on defense, too, to take advantage of.
And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. Escapes a defender. And he's going to get forward for a gain of about 7 on that run. It's 2nd down.
I know that jet sweep didn't result in a home run, a splash play, Kate. That's a body blow. In boxers, they love to go to the body because if they do it enough, they know that knockout can come.
That one connects. And the gain only about 2 before he heads out. That means they're going to face 3rd down.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt...
And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Steelers pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. It's tried and true in 32 playbooks across the NFL for a reason, Brock. Even when teams see this one coming, just so tough to stop a quarterback sneak.
It feels like a win in today's football is just to stall them at the line on that play. So many groups are so effective with the QB sneak. At that time, the timing of the call, I think, was most important that led to the score.
The kicking team out there for the Steelers, and here they go to send it away. That's going to be taken in at the 8. Coverage team gets him down to the 26-yard line. The Chargers getting their offense set for their 2nd drive. And coming off the interception, a good chance to reestablish some momentum as they get set. LA offense all set. Here's 1st and 10.
Lion. Go.
Here's Hampton to open the drive. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also clues the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you could put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter.
Herbert from the gun. That one's complete. Amari on Hampton. Decent gain here, but short of the first.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And they're staring at a 4th down now after that sack.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Now for that defense who puts a sack on the board.
Fair catch made a little beyond the 20-yard line. Pittsburgh getting its offense all set to go. And I think they'd be content doing everything the same as their prior drive and getting another touchdown here.
Got it. Ready?
All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10.
Ready? Stretch the eagle. Cut it.
Warren, quick on the draw. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Gonna lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Let's go. Go.
Looking to throw here. Complete to DK Metcalf. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the 1st down.
Here we go. Here we go.
Thrown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. Not the way to begin a new set of downs, Brock, as they drop him behind the line.
Kid, I'll never forget walking into the Hall of Famer Dwight Freeney's meeting room with those defensive linemen. The late, great John Tierlink, his coach, he had a little sign up in his office, and it was sacks, and that money sign was the S, because ends and D linemen make their money with sacks. But you win games when they stop the run like that for a tackle for loss. Quarterbacks will look for their tight ends short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And their 4th sack of the game, Brock, brings up 4th down.
Hey, look, beyond having to pick yourself off the ground over and over again, all of these sacks in this 1st quarter have led to so much disruption. Kate, what do offense look for, especially early? Get myself into rhythm. Get myself into a tempo. What do defenses want to do? Wreck all of that, and that's exactly what this defense is doing.
And this will fly out of bounds to deny a return. They're going to mark it a little before the 20. Now LA getting its offense all set to go. And it's far from the first time we're seeing this unit head out, Brock. But what we haven't seen so far in this opening half, well, we haven't seen much in terms of yardage.
No, it's like they've written a few lyrics, but nowhere close to a song yet.
Out of the gun, here's Hampton. And he stopped after picking up 9, so they're set up well here with 2nd and 1.
While that run may not have moved the chains, Kate, that is such a confidence builder. Sets the tone for more play action, maybe more runs. That's exactly how you want to start a drive.
Set. Ready. Go.
It's Hampton on 2nd. He only finds a window for 2, but that's still enough for a 1st down.
Hey, Kate, you want to see a picture in the football dictionary of staying on schedule? That was it.
So they'll head up here 1st and 10 from the 34. Back to Hampton. And they'll stop him here, but not before he gets out to the 47-yard line. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
A split second, all that kept the defense from making a stand right there. It's amazing, man. This game of inches and split-second reactions. A nice bit of burst, surge forward for enough to go get that first by a couple before they could finally drag him down.
First down, and they go right back to it. And no repeat success of that last run as he only is able to get back to the line on this play.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just sometimes you got to run into darkness. Just go where there is no lane and hope that something opens along the way. That linebacker said, not this time.
To the air this time, Herbert. It's caught. This is Ladd McConkey. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's going to give the Chargers the 1st down. Running it with Hampton. And with a nice gain, he runs him down inside of field goal range. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Set. Black 80, black.
Shotgun snap to Herbert. On a quick slant, it's Johnson. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum. Keep that defense on its heels.
And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. Shotgun give to Hampton. And this is going to get him into the red zone. He's at the 18-yard line. It's a gain of 12 on that one. And that's going to be good for an LA first down. And that's going to do it for our first quarter here on Monday Night Primetime. 7-2 our score. More from Acrisure Stadium after the break. Chargers ball as we get back for the second, and they are thinking points. Going to the ground again on first. And he runs this one in. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Chargers take a second quarter lead. Well, Brock, he found himself some space to work, and from there, wow, all athleticism as he made his way into the end zone.
You got that right, Kate. Just that speed. You got to have some different gear when you get down here to the red zone. It's hard to score rushing touchdowns, and that running back sees the open space, he sees the green grass, and he finishes it off with 6.
Jim Harbaugh sticking with his offense. They're going for 2. Herbert's going to look to throw for this. And that pass is caught inside the end zone. The 2-point try comes through, and their lead's a field goal now. Oh, it's a favorite of NFL teams and armchair quarterbacks alike, partner. The quick slant. It is so tough to defend that close to the goal line, and this time it works for 2.
It sure is. It's one of those plays that I think Bart Starr was running in the 60s, that slant route.
Whoa.
When you incorporate it with the threat of a fade as well, that's when it becomes so effective. But you get inside that DB, you show the quarterback your numbers, and it's almost automatic for a 2-point conversion.
Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. Dodge the tackle. This makes it up to the 25. Now Pittsburgh's offense running back out for a new series. And as they get set, partner, gotta imagine they're bringing some urgency with them to the field this drive too.
Yeah, I think you and I both know in calling these NFL games that sense of urgency can be replaced by full-blown panic in a hurry. So find a way to possess the ball and, more importantly, score some points.
This is ahead for about 5. Alohi Gilman up from the secondary for that tackle.
That's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You could stick to the ground, you could throw beyond the sticks, really create some indecision now defensively.
This drive forward halted after a couple of yards. Tuli Pulotu in for the tackle.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
This finds its target. That's Metcalf. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And a fresh set of downs for Pittsburgh. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Off the play fake, he'll throw. Dumped off to his running back. And he reaches midfield and starts driving into Chargers territory.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
down at the 36. Give him 13 on that play. And the Steelers have a first down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete. Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends. Are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate it with...
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. It's the 5th time they've gotten there for a sack in this one, Brock. And they're going to try for number 6 on 3rd down.
That is now the 5th sack this offense has had to endure in the first half alone. We're on a double-digit pace here. And I'll tell you what, I know how these defensive coordinators work. They can feel the blood in the water. They are not going to stop getting after this quarterback until this offense can find a way to protect itself.
Going all the way to the end zone here. And he drops it in the end zone. The look was there on 3rd down. Instead, it's incomplete.
Oh, that is going to haunt him. A drop touchdown in the end zone. We'll see how good his mental toughness is if he can move past it quickly and make an impact for them later.
And that gets out of bounds down inside the 20. Looks to be at about the 17-yard line. Chargers getting set. 1st and 10. On the counter, it's Hampton. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
That's the kind of yardage that's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. Catch is made, that's Trey Harris. Gain of about 8 here, nice pickup, but he stopped a second before he can move those chains.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
A 3rd down give to Hampton, and he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I don't know what it is, Kate, but I love 3rd down runs. I really do. I know the receivers don't always like it because money down, they want the ball, but a 3rd down run for a 1st down can be so demoralizing to that defense.
Again, it's Hampton, and they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3.
I know that may look like a whole lot of nothing burger on the stat sheet, but those are the kind of plays, that inside run, that you see creative play action come off of later in the game.
Throwing from the gun. Completed over the middle. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. He'll get 16 yards on that play. And that's going to give the Chargers the 1st down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Ball just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10.
Set. 380. Go.
This is Hampton, right side. Good defensive effort here. Drives them back across midfield onto their own side. The line between safeties and linebackers gets real blurred on plays like that, Brock. He handled that one just like a Mike would have.
Yeah, if injuries were to ever crop up, Kate, I bet he could handle the linebacker spot for them as well. Just tremendous diagnosis in that run support.
Herbert. This is brought in along the sideline. High degree of difficulty for a short gain. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
Herbert now to throw on third. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. They gain 11 on that play. And that's going to be good for an LA first down.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
First and 10. Here's Hampton. And their next snap is coming from that red zone as he reaches the 14. Well, Brock, they've made it a point to incorporate him into their offense, and hey, no arguments here. He has been awesome and given them a spark they need when he gets involved.
And it's so nice offensively, Kate, when you feel it, when you can run it, when you can throw it, and especially running it like this, going to pay huge dividends as the game goes on.
Coming to the line, this is first and 10.
Set. Delta, hut. Ready.
Hampton gets the handoff. He hurries forward here for a 9-yard gain. Second down coming up.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
So it looks like it'll be second and maybe a yard as we come back, Brock, from our 2-minute warning. More on Monday Night Primetime in just a moment. Nice spot here for the offense. It's second and 1.
Lady.
Hampton now up the middle. And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into first and goal.
You know what I love about that play call? It was simple. Nobody overthinking on the sideline or out on the field. Just an offense going to work and moving those chains.
The Steelers calling their first time out. And they are quite frustrated having to call that after giving up the first. Four downs to get this across. Here's first and goal. Hampton. So some defensive initiative in that goal to go, Brock. They take him down behind the line. Second and goal coming up. Now we'll get a stoppage for an injured player as they're headed out to check on an injured Steeler. After the loss, it's second and goal from the 5. This time it's a passing play. Complete here to Hampton. Touchdown, LA. The Chargers grow their lead just before halftime. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
Now it's Cameron Dicker on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Chargers make it a 10-point ball game. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. Starting from the 5. And he's walloped just as he gets across the 25. What a hit. He's down shy of the 30. The Pittsburgh offense to the line. Here's first and 10.
Set. Cowboy.
They're going to throw here to begin the drive. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far. Well, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
We motion the tight end over. Throwing now out of the shotgun. Finds him over the middle. And he's going to be brought down here at the 42. Steelers working with a sense of urgency from the hurry-up clock, continuing to run. Working now from the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be persuaded out of bounds right at that 40-yard line. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
Ready, set.
From the 40-yard line now, this is 1st and 10. He's going to throw it again. Pass taken in by Burton. And he'll get this down to the 33-yard line.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on second down. That playbook wide open.
Throw left side, complete. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
He's going to tuck it and run. And he's going to slide down here. Picked up close to 5 before the slide. It's going to be 2nd down.
I love that play. I mean, that's quarterback 101. Nothing downfield. Get what you can with your legs, but so much more importantly, protect yourself. Availability, one of the most important abilities for any quarterback.
And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And a sack forces a now tougher 3rd down.
Goodness gracious, this quarterback is taking an absolute beating in this first half, and you better have some ice for him ready at halftime. I'll tell you this, Kate, it has been a brutal couple quarters, and if you don't start protecting the quarterback, this guy may not make it and even finish this game.
And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
You know, Kate, that was one of those situations where you hear a quarterback having a clock, right? You know, and he had enough time in the pocket, but then it was like, okay, time is running out, and I got to do something. He did not force a throw and risk a pick. Instead, he just got rid of it and cut his losses.
Santos' kick is good, and that'll bring it back to within a score. The lead's 7.
Kate, if you're not going to pay a methodical drive off with a touchdown, that's the second best thing you can do. You could take all the time down, put points on the board, maybe a little momentum in heading into halftime.
So it goes for a touchback. Let's see what they decide to do with the time they've got remaining here. Probably looking at our final snap of the half here on 1st down.
Set. Lion.
He'll throw it. He's trying to lay this one in deep down the right side. It is caught at the 20. And he'll go out of bounds just as he hits the red zone.
Okay, Kate, thanks very much. This, the first official Sunday of fall, the final week before byes kick in. A full schedule of 16 games on tap. Let's roll. Our tour around the NFL starts now. At Mile High, the Broncos at home for an AFC West tilt against Kansas City. And this is J.K. Dobbins. He's going to deliver in the red zone to the end zone, 12-yard touchdown run. From there, why don't we go to South Philly, look in on the Eagles as they play host to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And here's the Eagles wideout. He's going to pull this one in, and then he sets his sights towards the end zone. It's a 59-yard touchdown. The Eagles are now 4-0. What a first month as they continue to roll. Lastly, let's go out to Chicago. The Bears taking on the Raiders. And it's the Raiders quarterback. He's going to take this one himself. He also had 2 touchdown passes in the game. The Raiders get their third win as they come away with the victory. With that, time to look at the rest of the action here in Week 4 as we wrap up the first month of the season. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been back and forth to this point. No reason to expect anything different in the second half. As we send you back out to the broadcast team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
The kicking team out there for the Steelers, and here they go to send it away. This return starts at the 5. He stopped on the run back at the 27. LA bringing the offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10.
Set. Grenade. 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 Set.
Now an inside give to Hampton. And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4. Following the play, we have an injured Steeler. The training staff out there to check on him as we take a pause. Four yards on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 6.
Set. Kappa, Kappa, Kappa.
Herbert now off the play fake. And the steel curtain just too much. He's taken down. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
Kate, you know I love to say that the NFL game is a game of adjustments. You come out of halftime, and you know you've got to impact the quarterback. You got to get home, and it's exactly what they do on this opening drive.
Third down, Steelers in the dime. 6 DBs out there.
380. Grenade. 180. 180. Let's go.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. That's to Harris in the middle. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he could reach that 40. They pick up 14 yards on that one. And that's going to give the Chargers the 1st down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
And he's caught after a gain of about 2. Deshaun Elliott with that tackle. Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7.
Set. Delta. Stop. Set.
Herbert from the gun. Short pass brought in. This one nearly moves the chains, but he stopped just shy of that marker. 6-yard pickup brings up 3rd down. Offense headed to the line. Just need to punch it forward a yard to reset the downs.
Set. 80. Grenade. 180.
They'll run it here with Hampton. They sent him right up the gut, but he wasn't able to get anywhere. The defense braced for impact, and they made the stop. It's 4th down.
It's weird to say, and it certainly won't show up on the stat sheet, but I want to give a lot of credit to that runner. Even though it didn't gain a yard, it actually took a heck of an effort just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
He's back to throw. Johnson finds the football complete. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason this is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. On the carry, it's Hampton. And they love to see him finally forward, but he only gets him 3.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game. Right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage. B, it sets up your play action. And C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
Black 80. Black.
Shotgun snap to Herbert. Brought in by Gadsden. And he gets this very close to that first. It's going to be 3rd and short at the 35.
There's no question, Kate, that the big plays down the seam or will make tight ends a fan favorite, but it's those type of catches right there. The short yardage, it gets good coverage, contested catches that really make tight ends a locker room favorite.
A run now with Hampton. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26. He's been a fixture for them all game, and all signs indicate, Brock, he's going to remain one in the time we've got left.
Yeah, they've leaned on him in certain spots, and he has shouldered the load oh so well. Put together a game that everyone's happy with.
Set. Delta, stop. Go.
This is Hampton. And this give not as fruitful. They're on him quicker this time. He's not going to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Perception and reality, Kate. The perception out there from the public is edge rushers are defined by their sacks. The reality in the locker room and in the huddle is you could be defined by your relentlessness. And his motor never stopped. Helped him track it down for a loss on the outside.
Throwing now, Herbert. Ooh, not much time to adjust, but he catches it still off the tip. And here's another stop made right at the line. Nice back-to-back reps from this defense.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
On 3rd down, Herbert. Into the hands of Ganson. And they had this down to the 11 before being marked down. That play good for 17 and a 1st down.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity. And man, did he make an impact play.
Kappa. What is it?
Hampton gets it from the pistol. And this hasn't been a common side out of him tonight, but the defense wins this rep. He's limited to no gain on the carry. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
The one thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
Grenade. Grenade. Kappa. Ready.
Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. Has it in close. And that is a Los Angeles touchdown. The Chargers grow the lead coming out of halftime. Now in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this 2-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
Dicker on now for the PAT. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Chargers double their lead to 14. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. On the return, here comes Davis. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. Now the offense getting set to go for the Steelers. And down double digits, Brock. Field goals like we saw on their last drive aren't going to move the needle as much as they need to.
Ready?
All right, Steelers to the line now. 1st and 10.
Let's go. Ready?
They'll throw to begin this drive. Finds his back, Jalen Warren. And he's tackled for a short gain.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
Cut by Burton. And he's sent out right after he makes that catch at the 40-yard line. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
Ready? Check, Panther.
Shotgun handoff to Warren. And 2nd down's going to be a good bit tougher. He can't even get back to the line. This play loses yards. With each carry he gets, Brock, I'm starting to wonder, is this going to be the last touch that he gets in this game? Because it hasn't been a great performance for him.
No, individually, collectively, and you can look up front, right? They've just not been winning the battle enough push, enough drive to get this running game going.
Completed over the middle. That's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And a fresh set of downs for Pittsburgh.
Alert! Alert!
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Go!
They're throwing it. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39.
That can be a hopeless feeling when you fire a curl route right into zone coverage perfectly like that. Unless that curl happens to be right next to where one of your guys is sitting, that pass can hum in there and there's nothing this defense can do.
Let's go! Cougar 19! Ready?
Throwing off the play fake. Connects on the crosser. And he takes it inside the 35 before heading out. 6 yards on the play and enough for a first.
On the jump!
Steelers first down. First and 10
Ready, ready!
4-yard line.
Go!
Throwing it again here. Taking a chance to the end zone. And this is going to end up incomplete. He really aired it out there on first down, but just couldn't make the connection.
Well, he went for it all right there. That was a highlight reel waiting to happen if he could connect. So good to get out of the pocket and keep the play alive, but even better defensively to force the incompletion.
Excellent play defensively as they get to him behind the line. That's going to bring up third down. Man, some of these middle backers are so impressive these days, Brock. No problems at all for him to range downhill and cut that play down behind the line.
Kind of the calling card of the position played today. They're not as big as they once were, but boy, can they run. As you said, whether it's downhill or sideline to sideline like that.
Throwing this one back at the end zone. Well, he put way too much on that one, Brock. Over the end zone and out. Took his shot at 6 that time. And that brings up 4th and long. Great play defensively there to just get a hand in there and deny that touchdown.
That's exactly right. Active hands and aggressive mindset. As a DB, you've got to assume that every throw is going to be a touchdown. And you're the last line of defense, the guy that's got to make the play on the ball, and he just did. The wind was at a sails, Kate, and it certainly helped that football fly true and right down the middle. And from that distance, to hit with that accuracy is one impressive shot.
The kicking team out there for the Steelers, and here they go to send it away. Fields this one at the 3. Jukes away from one. Jim Harbaugh getting his Charger offense out there for another drive. And unsurprisingly, Brock, a great day on the scoreboard so far for him. Has him with the advantage as we move through this third quarter. First call here coming from the shotgun.
Kappa, Kappa, Kappa. Go.
Here's Hampton to open the drive. And the drive starts out small, just 1 yard on that play.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on second down after that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on second down.
Kappa, Kappa, Kappa. Set.
From the gun, it's Ford. And he goes out of bounds. What a play to end this third quarter. So just 1 quarter to go on Monday Night Primetime. It's the Chargers with the football and a comfortable lead as they try to finish off this win. Offense is set. First and 10.
Set. Ready. Route. Set.
Running it with Hampton. And they're going to bring him down, but not until he gets it down to their 32-yard line. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a first down.
Now, don't think for a second they're going to slow down the tempo. Defense on their heels. And right now is the best chance to go push that envelope and get aggressive.
First and 10 from the 32.
180. Run. Ready.
Back to Hampton. And he's going to be down to within a yard of that red zone as the stop is made. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the first.
I think anytime these offensive coordinators in the NFL call a run play, they're just hoping for something positive. To get a first down, that's a bonus.
Set. 180. Run. Ready.
First down, and they go right back to it. And he doesn't get this one very far, down to only about the 18. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7.
180. Run. Set. 180. Run. What is it?
Now a run by Hampton. That is exactly why you rally to the football. He got through one tackle, but the next guy gets him for a loss.
That's got to be so frustrating for the runner. You're fighting the good fight. You even rip through a tackle to stay afloat, but the blocking can't buy you enough time or room to even get back to the line of scrimmage.
Lion. Run.
They'll throw, 3rd and long. That one's good to McConkey. And he's taken out as he brings it down towards the 10. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
To the line and set. Here we go, first down.
Set. Delta. Set. Set.
Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Chargers making a 3-score game in the 4th.
We've seen all game long how difficult it has been for this defense to try to contain this guy. Not only through the air, now 2 touchdowns on the ground. He's just been a difference maker.
Dicker on now for the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And the Chargers push their lead to 18. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. Returnable from the 2. Escapes a defender. In pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The Steeler offense set to get back on the field. And they'll have a little momentum as they take the field here after their kicker drilled a deep one to end their last drive with points. Throwing now out of the shotgun. Has him on the quick hitter. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
Bronco 80.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Finds him over the middle. And they're going to have this up at the 44-yard line as they haul him down. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
70 Timberwolves. Ready.
1st and 10, looking to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that sack quickly changes the tone of this series, Brock. It's 2nd down.
This overwhelming pressure and these sacks after sacks after sacks, well, it's built this lead, and you know it's the way they want to finish it.
Things already looking a good bit tougher here. It is 2nd and 17 after the sack.
Ready.
Pass play now. He's got the hook up to Atwell. And it's a nice gain, but still not enough for the first.
This really isn't a route designed for a lot of yards, Kate. You're just trying to get a small handful and move on to the next down. Stay in rhythm. But anytime you can work some magic after the catch and stretch it out, those are welcome bonus yards.
Throw here, third down. Oh, he put everything he had into that throw. He's got it inside the 10. And they're going to have first and goal as he gets this down to the 4.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
And that right there is the start of what could be a goal line stand. They hit him for a loss on first and goal. And it's not just you quarterbacks, Brock Hewitt, who got to have short memories. You tell me these two defenses need them sometime as well.
Yeah, 100%. You give up a big run, well, too bad. No time to dwell on it because you got to line up, buckle up that chin strap, and try to knock.
Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers get it back to within 2 possessions. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
Santos now for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Steelers make it an 11-point ball game. The kicking team out there for the Steelers, and here they go to send it away. He fields it from the 8. Mismanages to get just beyond that 30-yard line. The Chargers and Omarion Hampton out there on offense once again. And as some running lanes have closed, he's just found some new ones. Continuing to hit this defense, more good numbers well into this second half. New set of downs for him from the 31.
Kappa. Set.
Shotgun give to Hampton. Manages just a yard on first down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on first down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
Set.
It's Hampton on 2nd. And he's going to be brought down in enemy territory now at the 46. They managed 22 on the rip and a first down.
All right, Kate, little confession time. And you know what they say, confession, good for the soul, bad for the reputation. I think my most negative grades carrying out fakes were on toss plays like that. Because you toss it, you know it's going for a big play, and all you want to do is watch it and not carry out your fake.
1st and 10 now from the 46.
Set. Kappa. Set.
Hand off to the back. And a couple of teammates combining there for the stop after just 1 yard.
I think we got to be careful, and I'll raise my hand of thinking that play was just a nothing burger. Because what can happen from that, Kate, is you put some nice toppings on it. A play-action pass, a shot that comes down the road from what looked like a very plain play.
Ready.
Again, it's Hampton. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. The Steelers calling their first timeout. May still have 2 to work with in this final quarter. Here they come. This is 3rd and 5.
Set.
Herbert now. Blitz coming. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Couldn't connect with Ladd McConkey. And that leaves them with 4th and 5. Cameron Dicker out for the Chargers now to attempt this field goal. You better get all of this one. It's got a ways to go. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that extends their lead to 14.
That kick, well, it throws a roadblock up on some of the remaining avenues to get back in this game and really leaves only one remaining. It's going to take 2 touchdowns if they want a shot at it. And we know those odds, they're getting pretty long.
He's going to field this at the 2. And this drive will start inside the 25. This offense headed back to the field, led by their receiver. They threw it the whole way down the field on their last drive, and they'd welcome the same level of play on this series as well. Offense showing trips out right as they get set for this 1st and 10. They're going to throw here to begin the drive. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And it's going to be 2nd down. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down.
Let's go now. 70.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. He puts some air under it, deep down the left. The defender was waiting for that one to make a play on it, knocked it away, forcing 4th down.
You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. Quarterback's fortunate that was one hand and not 2 hands that got on the football.
Alert.
3 straight passes have hit the ground, but here we go. They're going for it on 4th. Desperation time here. And they don't get the catch they need there. Their hand was forced, Brock. Had to try and go for it, but they turn it over on downs.
Well, I think every analytics book out there, Kate, said you got to go for it. You're in 4-down territory, down a couple scores here in the 4th. But now it's all about the defense. Can the defense come with a quick turnover or a stop to somehow, some way, spark a comeback?
Jim Harbaugh getting his Charger offense out there for another drive. They're already on a modest little winning streak here, currently in position to stretch it to 3 games as they take the field again. LA offense all set. Here's 1st and 10.
Ready. Don't stop. 10.
Right up the gut. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. Now before we reach the 2-minute warning, we've got a timeout. That's the 2nd one used by the defense in this half. Headed in reverse so far. Time to shift into drive. Here's 2nd and 14.
Set. Lion.
Hampton gets the handoff. And he did his part, partner. Got him 8 yards. Sets up 3rd down. Now we get a pause, Brock, as the defense uses its final timeout. So the clock only going to stop again at our 2-minute warning.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15+ at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
Herbert now to throw on 3rd. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
We see this all the time. The number one thing you see NFL defenses do to try to force that 4th down, it's down coverage. Put your cover guys on the field. Let the boys up front cut it loose with pressure. Let the cover guys go shut it down. I think you can call this one, okay, this field goal makes it a 3-score game, and even the most improbable comeback attempts are going to have a hard time erasing that type of deficit here in the final quarter.
Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. Starting from the 5. And he's brought down just inside the 25. The Steelers offense headed out. And scoring hasn't been the issue for him, Brock, but it has been impossible to hold pace with the offense on the other side of this football field.
And we know they can't get this all back in one play, but they better do it with a sense of urgency.
Back to pass on 1st and 10. Why not go back to it again if it's working? Complete. It's a gain of 19 on the play. Man, the Steelers have a 1st down. Big shot to begin the drive has them up beyond the 40.
Smash!
Warren here from the gun. And their struggles on the ground continue as he's tackled after a small gain. They only get a yard that time, and we have reached the 2-minute warning. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
Let's go. 60 Eagles.
Back to throw now. Short pass brought in. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. Third down from the gun. Going deep here for the end zone. And they really went for it on 3rd down, didn't they? But the heave falls incomplete. Now they're facing 4th down.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable in an incomplete.
Get it. 70.
Desperation time here on 4th. Maybe a bit of desperation. Here's a deep shot. And this one's swatted away by a defender, so they went for it unsuccessfully. And now they turn it over on downs.
Hey, I get it's already over, but go down swinging. Unfortunately, that play, like so many of them today, Kate, has been pretty indicative of how this contest has gone.
The Chargers and Omarion Hampton out there on offense once again. And even with a good amount to the final 2 minutes remaining, no timeouts left, so they should be able to kneel this out. Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on 1st down. Here's a design run. Lining up to take a knee on 2nd down. We're drawing up for him. So the Chargers take this one on the road. One of their longest road trips of the season, Brock. But thanks to that primetime slot, the body clock not too thrown off, and they played like winners on this big stage.
Yeah, they sure did. The only thing that's going to be screwed up on their body clock is that long flight home.
Yep.
But it's going to be a whole lot easier celebrating a great performance.
Well, that'll do it for us, for Brock Heward and our entire hard-working crew. I'm Kate Scott. This has been the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Chargers as we say so long from Pittsburgh.